Morning. Welcome to Caffeinate Your Career. Today's topic, how to find your dream job. I'm your host, the career coach with the most, Jason Hopper. With me today is our super senior director of stability and supportive services, Dr. Jill Tokumoto.
Good
Jill,
morning.
welcome to Caffeinate Your Career.
Thanks, Jason. Morning, everybody.
Did I get your title right?
You did. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
We've been practicing.
We
it
were
all
practicing it
morning.
because I kept screwing it up in the pre-roll for the for this. So Jill, it's been like, I don't know, 6 months I think since you've been on the live stream. So while I'm checking to see if we are live, give us your elevator pitch.
Like Jason said, I am the Senior Director of Stability and Supportive Services. I oversee the Career and Financial Services Department. So if you need a career coach or a financial coach, reach out to us. I also oversee our food pantry. So if you find yourself in need of food or any kind of support, please reach out to us.
Awesome, thank you. And so we are live. Everything's working correctly.
Perfect.
I did a little bit of research before to get some statistics, and I found out just by doing a quick search that 12 to 15% of people say that they hate their jobs. And so that number seems kind of low, but really the key word in there is hate. Because if it's not a strictly hate, it was 79% say that they are disengaged from their job.
Okay.
And then the people that just, I love it, the I love it crowd.
Yeah.
You want to take a guess on that?
5%.
50.
What?
Yeah. But what that means is that 50% of all the people that were asked do not like their job.
Yes.
And that's just so sad to me, right? Because like you're at your job 8 hours a day, maybe more.
Day after day.
Yeah, for 5 days a week, and
Yeah.
you just don't like it. Like, go do something else, man. Like, what-
Exactly. Find your dream job.
So, and let's start with, actually, let me just real quick in the chat. Good morning, Yolanda and Rhonda Robinson. Thank you for letting me know that we're live. Hey, Sandra. It's good to see you in the chat as well. If you have any questions, I will try to monitor the chat as we're going along in the conversation. But Jill, what's a good way to start trying to decode what your dream job would be?
I think looking at your past is really important. Just reflecting. And for me, I like to write things down. I can't just think off the top of my head and then think I'm going to come back to it. I need to write it down so I can revisit. And so, think about the things that you did in your past jobs, what you liked, right?
Yeah.
What you didn't like.
Right.
And then you'll start to notice different patterns of, what you enjoy every day, what you disliked, even if it was one time that you had to do it, right? So you think about that, and then you can start to see what direction you want to move towards.
I think that's super important when we're in career exploration mode, is to also take account of things that we don't like doing.
Yes.
Because I think like overall, when we're looking at those types of things, it's important to not judge our past, because like really all the things that we're doing is just gathering the data. And I think that there's a lot of clues in our past and things that we can do or things that we like. I'm big on lists too. I make lists, right? And also, guys, I'm going to suggest this, like, write it. I don't care how you keep track of it, but it's got to be someplace tangible, right? In your phone, on some paper. Like, I don't care. A Word doc, I don't care, but it has to be someplace you can get it. You can't just be like floating around in your head. That's not going to work. But looking at trends helps us identify where we may want to go.
Exactly.
And so, what about, Jill? We talked the 9 lives,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You have 9 lives, and you got to work in every single one of them,
Yes.
right? But like, if we take out some of the variables, like money,
Mm-hmm.
skill, um,
A title.
say,
Yes.
right? Like, if all that's gone and all you're left with is the things that you just want to do, what would that look like?
Ooh, so I remember at one point I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And this was before I was a principal. I was a principal for 25 years. But prior to that, I was trying to figure it out. And I thought to myself, you know what? I love being around flowers.
Oh,
I could go work in a flower shop. How cool would that be? Smells good all the time. You make people happy. Even if it's a sad occasion, flowers, brighten up someone's day. And I thought, wow, that would be great. Well, yeah.
can't afford to be a florist.
Exactly. Let's fast forward. I did my list. I really am not that creative. So who knows what my flower arrangements would have looked like?
I'm kind of curious now.
I might have to make you one, Jason.
See what it comes up to me?
But what would you do?
We talked a little bit about this before we started the podcast. I would have to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed this, being a podcaster. No, being a career coach. I love doing it. I'm good at it. It's helpful for people. The fact that I am able to change lives,
Sure.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If I can help coach somebody into a position where they are happy and it's their dream job. And I do believe 100%, if you're happy in your work, you're more than likely going to be happy in your personal life.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
It's just so much more fulfilling overall.
Yeah.
And then, like, if it wasn't here, I would probably do something, create like my own nonprofit for either this, or I don't even know what like that would look like.
Mm-hmm.
But when I walk clients through this, one of the things that I will do is I've got a it's a man purse. I got a man purse, and it's just a big bag. You know what's in it mostly?
Your snacks.
Snacks. That's right. There's a lot of snacks in my bag, and so I don't want to run out of snacks. It's important we have snacks. So what I would do is to clients, and they're just like, I don't know what I want to do, and I'm like, okay, well, I put it in front of them. I'm like, this is Jason's magic job bag. Your dream job is in that bag. What is it? Tell me, go. Yeah. Don't think, just tell me. Right? And like, sometimes like I had a client once and she goes, you know what I really want to do? It's like, no, tell me. It's in this bag. Tell me, what is it? She goes, I would like to work with abused children. And I'm like, okay, that's so out of left field and not at all what you do.
Right.
How would we get you there? Because you can't just start working with abused children. You have to get licensed,
sure,
in some, or certified in some capacity,
yeah,
before you just jump into that.
Right.
And I walked her through the exercise, and here we're talking about, like, this is the 9 lives. It's like no barriers exist in this exercise, right? Because her barrier was, well, I'm in my late 50s, and so to go back to school to doing that would be, I'm too old to do it.
Right.
And I'm like, no, you're not. Like, why would you think that?
Yeah.
Right? Like humans are just living longer. We just are.
Absolutely.
And it's not uncommon today, to work into your 60s or even 70s, mm-hmm, or 80s.
Yeah.
Even. Yep. If you're in good health and you enjoy what you're doing.
Yes.
And so once I'm like, okay, so if that's the case, you now have 25 to 30 years. Because I think she was like 56, right?
Right.
Like, you've got plenty of time to go do the thing that you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just have to get into it and do it.
Well, and I think, Jason, that brings us to our next point. It's writing a job description, right? In your ideal world, what would your job look like? And I'm sure a lot of our clients have read many, many job descriptions.
Oh, sure.
Right? And then they try to fit themselves into it. So in this exercise, you would write your own job description.
Reverse engineering.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so, like, how would you come, because, like, probably most people don't know how to write a job description. How would you do that? Where would you start?
What would you do every day in this job? What would that look like? Right? And to be as specific as possible.
Yeah.
Right? I could say, I'd go to meetings. Okay.
God, that sounds terrible.
or I know for you, Jason, working on reports. Jason hates working on reports.
I hate meetings and I hate reports.
So that wouldn't be in your job
No,
description.
it would not be in the.
Yes.
But, if I could spend, the bulk of my time with clients, like every, most,
all day long,
that would be the best day,
Yeah.
right? I'd be tired at the end of the day, but
Sure.
it's like, it's a good day,
Yep.
right? And I think it's important too when you're and y'all have read job descriptions before, right? Like what skills and requirements are going to be involved in this particular job,
Yes.
right? Or even like what kind of company do you work for? I mean, working in a nonprofit, that's a real clear choice. It's not like we just fell into being nonprofit and working in this capacity, but I think like. And by the way, I don't think that any of that's wrong. No. It's just like what it is that you think that you want to do.
Exactly.
Or how it's going to affect that next bid.
Right. And when you think of the environment or the company that, you're describing, are you going to be able to do your best, right? When you show up every day. Because to your point, every day, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, sometimes longer. Right? Are you going to be able to perform your best in that environment, in that situation? I think is really important. So when I went into education, I knew I wanted to be a public school teacher versus a private school teacher. I knew I wanted to teach in middle school, right? I love that age range. I knew I wanted to be in a low socioeconomic community. That was my thing. That was my goal.
How did you get there, though? Because you started out in the medical industry, correct?
I did.
And why did you choose that?
Because I was really good at microbiology and chemistry and, all of those sciences. I was really good at it.
Yeah.
I tried it for a few years and I had a medical scare. This was back when HIV was first a thing. And I got exposed to someone's blood and it freaked me out. I was in my 20s and I thought to myself, I don't want to do this anymore. And I took a year to reflect.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What were my strengths? What did I want to do every day? I had to go back to school, all of those things. And I came to the conclusion that I wanted to be a teacher. Yeah.
So you were a teacher and then principal, and then you got out of that.
I did. I retired.
You retired.
Yep.
And then you did what? You went back to teaching at university, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I did actually professional development for a nonprofit, and we trained principals and lead teachers in school districts across Texas. I did that for a few years. COVID shut us down, unfortunately. I had to regroup again and started volunteering. Here.
Yeah.
And at JFS in the food pantry. And 3 years later, here I am.
That's so interesting. My mom did something very similar to that. She was training up like teachers at UNT, I believe.
And small world. Jason's mom and I worked at the same school district.
That's right. Irving ISD. That's right. That's so interesting. I never, except for here, coming into JFS, I did not have any type of career path, or this was the only strategic move I've made in my entire career.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I needed a job, and I applied to a job at a staffing agency. It sounded interesting,
right?
And became the admin at a staffing company. And then after a while, it was a small company. There were like 8 recruiters, and it was a boutique firm. We mostly recruited HR. And I went to Jack, who was the president of the company, and asked him if he would train me on how to be a recruiter, and he did. And then that was my career for like 14 years.
Wow.
And then I lost my job, and just like you and you guys, I was like, what am I going to do next? Because I don't know that I like this anymore.
Yeah.
And had to go to the employment office to do the orientation for people that just got unemployed, and they remembered me. And then I worked for the state for 7 years as a job coach, and then moved over to here. This was the only strategic move in my entire career that I actually made, because I liked the work.
Yeah.
I just was sick of all the crap that, well, I left there because we had a change in management, and my new manager, who I thought we were friends, we were not, and he lied straight to my face, and I knew that he lied to my face, and I called him out on it. I'm like, that is absolutely not true.
Right.
And so then he threw some other statistic from a report that I don't have access to, and I couldn't really refute it. And I'm like, no, you lied to me. I'm out.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I can't work with people that aren't going to be honest. But
Yeah,
it was
hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But to that point, I thought about my skills and the things that I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, it was actually Greg,
Yeah.
who I worked with. Shout out to Greg Williams. Greg was like, Hopper, why don't you just go? We do here. And I'm like, well, I don't want to work for the state. He goes, no, go be a job coach somewhere else. He goes, think about the things that you're good at here. Go do that someplace else. He's like, and actually, if I had my way, I would do presentations all day long.
I know you would.
It is my most favorite thing to do. And it's like, I, would love to do more public speaking. I'm a professional public speaker. You plop me down anywhere and say, start talking about this topic. And so long as it's a topic I have some familiarity with and know about, I'm good. I can just, let's start talking, right?
And that motivates you.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yes.
Right? And also, we do the podcast weekly, and people are like, usually afterwards, whomever I have as a guest, like, oh my God, that's so much fun. I'm like, yes, I know. It's why I do it every week. It's just fun to do.
Yeah.
You're probably the exception.
Yes, I am. So this is not my favorite thing to do, but I love Jason, and we always have great topics. But I need to be prepared. And so I know that about myself, right? So I would not choose a position where somebody walked up to me and said, hey, Jill, we need you to present in the next 10 minutes on blah, blah, blah topic. Even if I knew it well, it would stress me out.
Oh.
That would not be my dream job.
But that's most people, I think, hate public speaking. And I'm like the opposite. I'm like,
yes.
What? By the way, if anybody's listening, you have a podcast, you want me on it, hit me up, because I will do it. I don't care what it is.
Yes.
It's been a minute since I've been on somebody else's podcast that wasn't mine.
Yeah.
But that was a goal, was to do more podcasts. I just haven't done it. Okay, so I think identifying your skills.
Yep.
And again, I would probably write these down so you have like a list of the things that you know that you can do. That includes transferable skills. And also, I think don't forget your soft skills.
Ooh, good one. Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Your active listening.
Yes.
Empathy.
Yes.
I often will walk this exercise with clients, especially actually most of my clients. And the reason is because job search is sad and lonely when you start. It's just you. You probably don't have a process.
Mm-hmm.
And, you may not be sure of what is happening in the job market anyway. And I have clients, almost every single one of them, come up with and write down an attributes list. Why are you good at your job? What are the things that you do that, you do better than anybody else?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I have them go back and add to it why they're a nice human.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then once you start to self-doubt, once you start to feel like this is, imposter syndrome or what, go refer to your list as needed.
Yep.
Right? That way we try to stop that. If you come up with or you understand what you do and what you can do, or the problem that you can solve for the employer,
Mhm.
I think then you're much more ahead of the game in figuring out how to get that dream job.
Right, right. And I think it really puts value on what transferable skills you have, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's hard to pinpoint, but then you think about it, empathy, active listening, problem solving, all those types of things are transferable no matter what job you do, what title you have, how much money you make, right?
Yeah.
But I think sometimes that's hard to think through unless you really write it down.
You could, I think, and when I talk about branding,
Mhm.
right? I always suggest go ask people that are friends, family, people that
Yeah.
know you well, what do I do fairly well?
Yep.
And have them tell you. If they don't know,
Yeah.
you don't have a very good brand. You need a better brand. if they can't tell, I think you need a better brand.
Yeah.
But if they go, oh, you know what, you're really creative, and I think you would be good at these things. Well, now you have more of a better idea, which you've already come up with and started your list.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you move into the other thing
Mhm.
to figure that out.
I got to tell you, so yesterday my husband and I we needed to buy a new mattress.
Mm.
Had the same mattress, for, I don't know, 10 years. We went to the store and the salesperson, he was unbelievable. And I'm the kind of person, if I'm not feeling it, and you're mostly talking to my husband, not talking to me, and, all of that, I'm like, let's go. I don't care if it's the best mattress in the world, we're out, right?
Yeah.
This salesperson was unbelievable. We ended up buying the mattress.
Okay.
So excited. It's coming next Tuesday. But my husband said to him, I just have to tell you, you were awesome because of X, Y, and Z. And you have a lot of great transferable skills. And I looked at him, I'm like, that's what we're talking about. And this
Yeah.
salesperson, he was like, well, what do you mean? Can you tell me more about? Yeah. And so they had this whole conversation, and the salesperson was like, I never even thought of that. It's like, yeah.
Good job, Scott Isaacson.
Yes.
Good job, buddy.
That's why he's a good mentor.
Yeah. I think too, and it's like we were talking earlier, it's like go back to your childhood, right?
Mm.
What did you want to be when you grew up, when you were a kid? Like I don't know, what did you want to do?
This is so funny.
I love it though. Like go. I'm so stoked.
I always thought I was going to be a teacher.
Really?
Yes. I love teaching my friends something or talking about different things. I don't know, but I wasn't a very good student. And so I kind of had a little lapse for a bit. But I think looking back, I always wanted to be a teacher. And then as I got older and kind of laid things out, that was my path.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go about it in a roundabout way, which is okay.
So you then did have, at least for a minute, like your dream job.
Oh, I loved for 25 years.
Yeah.
I love going to work every single day.
That's
It was
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Best job ever.
Interesting.
Yeah. And now I'm here. I love this.
Yeah.
Totally different from what I was doing before.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Again, moving into like staffing where I'm constantly talking to people and recruiting them for their position, it kind of made somewhat sense to move into a job coaching role just because you could do it, without a lot of the stress.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And I got a couple of years ago, I got certified as a career coach. Y'all don't know this, but like when we start here at JFS, you get certified as a coach, but it's a financial coach. And
Yes.
I can't math for any bit of, you don't want me making a budget for you, trust me. And so then I got my certification as a career coach as well, just for street cred.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the experience. I've been doing this almost 13 years now. but like, and I'm still constantly learning new things. But I just got the certification for street cred.
Right.
When I was a kid, there were three things that I wanted to be.
Okay.
The first, I wanted to be a rock star.
You love karaoke.
I do love
Come
karaoke.
on,
I would do karaoke.
Yes.
When I was younger and single, I did karaoke every night. I'm closing down pool halls, or restaurants that were like every night. I did karaoke every night. And I'm not great, but I mean, I'm not professional level, but I could sing.
Okay.
Right? I also wanted to be a professional baseball pitcher.
Oh, all right.
The problem with that, I never played baseball. I mean, I played baseball with my friends, or we'd go to the park and I'd throw. We pitch the ball around, and or we do like league stuff, but like never like I didn't do it in school. Like so I have no talent at it. It's just what I wanted. I thought being a baseball pitcher would be the coolest job ever.
Okay.
And the third thing, I wanted to be Batman.
You are killing me.
I'm not even joking. I wanted to be Batman, but like at this point in my life, my parents are still alive, and I'm like 53, so that's probably not going to happen.
I don't think so, Jason.
I don't think that I'm going to be Batman, and those were my three dream jobs.
Okay.
And now I'm a career coach, and maybe Batman.
For Halloween, you could be Batman.
But I think when we're looking at things that we want to do with our childhood, or what we wanted to do, that dream job, coming up with the why is important, because like everybody's why is going to be different.
Yes.
By the way, y'all watching, that was funny. That was a good bit. Y'all watching live, there should have been some comments on that one. I see you, Krista Kirshner. No, but everybody's why is different. Like I work here because I can use the skills that I've developed in my career to help somebody.
Yes.
Right? I just said I can change somebody's life. Mm-hmm. Right? That's super cool when it comes down to it. Like I was good in staffing. I made good money in staffing, but at the same time, I was just not happy. And it really took my wife pointing that out to me, that because I didn't realize it.
Yes.
In fact, every organization is going to have some things that aren't great about it. Every place that you work.
Absolutely.
But I think if the good overweighs the bad, it's probably like, the right type of environment. And it's just a matter of, are you going to like it?
Yeah.
Right?
I think when I came here, when I was volunteering, it was great. And then I was offered a position, and it was to, oversee our Connected Learning Center, which is like based around education. I started in ESL class, and that was my thing, right? Education, teaching. I love doing that.
Yeah.
And then, being offered the senior director position, when I reflect, I think, I think I'm a good leader. I think that I, am a good boss. And so stepping into that position and leading a team or teams of people, is my strength. And that kind of goes back to me being a principal, right? Leading a school, leading teachers, helping them to be better, So in some ways it is related, even though it's a totally different field.
Yeah.
But you find your strengths, you find what you love to do every day, and something comes from it.
You are absolutely the best leader I've had in my entire career.
Jason.
That is absolutely 100% true.
I appreciate that.
In fact, I forgot how that came up. I was talking, it might have been Steph, because I did your review. For some reason, guys, we are still doing 360s. It's complete bull crap. I don't know why the org is doing it. But when your COO asks you to do one for your senior director, you do it. And
Yes.
that was the two things that I said, was that Jill Tokumoto is a treasure and
Thank you.
absolutely the best leader I've had in my entire career.
I
100%
appreciate
true.
that,
That is
Jason.
100% true.
I
Because
try
at this
very
point in our relationship, I don't need to suck up to you.
No, you don't.
So,
Even in the beginning, you didn't have to suck up to me.
well, a little
Nor
bit.
did you ever.
No, not really.
Whatever.
But that's true. That's 100% true.
Yes.
This next bit, and y'all pay attention because this is the one that is going to be the thing that's going to help you change and get that dream job, is talk to people that are doing the actual job.
Yes.
Because the more people you talk to that are doing the thing, what you're really doing is building a map for you to get there.
Yep.
You know, it's interesting because for any relationship to work has to have trust, and it also has to have that commonality.
Yes.
You have to have something in common with the people that you're talking to in this dynamic. And this is super important if you're going to be changing and chasing that dream job, because you need that clarity and need to know how to get there.
Right. What is it going to take to get there?
Right.
Right. And then what is it going to look like when you get there?
Right.
I mean, you might have this like grand vision of what something is going to be. And then you talk to someone who is doing it day in and day out. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's not what I thought. I don't want to do that.
Like, what do you like about it? What do you not like about it?
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
What motivates you?
Yes.
And how did you get into that? Right? I just asked you that question. How'd you go from being medical into teaching? And it's like, and that was the thing that you wanted to do anyway.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's that is definitely something that I recommend when clients are thinking of doing something else than their career, which is really so, like, right now it's super, super hard to pivot into something just because the market is super tight. People aren't leaving jobs. And, you know, I think that it can be done.
Yeah.
For
Absolutely.
sure, but it has to be, you have to have the right mindset to do it.
And you have to be intentional.
100%. Yeah,
Yes.
right?
The whole, I'm going to do something else. Don't know what it is. Don't know what my strengths are. Don't know what it looks like. That makes it a lot more difficult to achieve.
Yeah. Well, I think with everything, and this is one of the things that I help, and you help clients with as well, is building that process to get you where you want to go.
Yes.
You know, I think we've this episode we've talked a lot of like steps to take that are practical, but like you say, well, think about your childhood and what did you want to do when you were a kid? And can you really be Batman? No, but like you got to put in the work to get to where it is that you're wanting to go.
And there's not only one way to get there.
No.
Right?
No.
So, I mean, if you really wanted to be Batman, let's do the baseball pitcher.
That'd be a little easier, right?
Then you could you could start practicing. You could take pitching lessons.
Right.
You could start playing in a league. You know,
Right.
there are things that you can do.
Yeah,
You
sure.
might not be a professional, but it would get you closer to that.
So I gotta remind people, like we're not going to debate it, but Michael Jordan is absolutely the best basketball player.
Hey, I'm not debating it. I've seen him play in his heyday, and he was something.
But Michael Jordan didn't get to be Michael Jordan without constantly practicing and putting in the work and, refining his technique and skill and team. Like the athletes or just anybody doesn't get to where they want to go without practicing and putting in the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing that makes the difference.
Yes. I mean, even when Michael Jordan wanted to be a baseball player,
right?
I mean, he put in the time.
He put in the
put
time.
in the work.
He wasn't very good.
No, he was not. But he tried. He pivoted.
He
right?
did something for a minute. As in the chat, Yolanda says it's amazing how others can often see potential and skills in us that we aren't aware of yet. 100%. That's why it's important to ask them. Sandra agreed with her. Yolanda says that she has street kid. Rhonda says, I have a great boss.
Mm.
Good morning.
Thanks, Rhonda.
Sean Sweden. Sean Sweden jumped into the chat. Yes. So, like, figure out, like, it's so, I think this is the thinking is that your career trajectory is like this. It's like a straight line. That's what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
And that's not the truth. It's more of a kind of crazy, wavy line to how did we get to here kind of thing. And that's what I think coming up with multiple pathways to get you where you want to go is, I think, that the thing that is going to, once you realize that it doesn't have to be linear.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a good point. You know, I was telling Jason earlier that my sister is retiring after 46 years in the same organization.
That's crazy.
She started as an intern, became a therapist, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward 46 years later, she's going to retire at the end of June as their COO, right? She was like this, far, far, far and few between.
Yeah.
For someone's career to just have that one starting point and ending point.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be bumps in the road. Company shuts down because of COVID. You get laid off. Whatever it is.
Terminated.
Yeah. So you take those small steps, you pivot, and, you know, all of these things, I think, Jason, that we mentioned this morning, the expectation isn't to like sit down and do it in one sweep, right?
Yeah, right.
It takes time. No, not too much time because, you know, you need a job, but you need to take a little bit of time. Give yourself some grace, one step at a time, but really focus on what that will look like.
I like to set this up for clients like this. So think about your job search as an elephant, and you're hungry.
Yep.
You need to decide how big a bite you want to take out of that elephant today, because you can't eat the elephant in just one sitting.
Yep.
It has to be within steps.
Yep.
And, you know, when you, and it's so funny, you're like, you have to do something. Because I've had clients who are like, yeah, so I got my certification in this, and I think I'm going to go back to school and get certified again and I'm like, just do something. Like, you can't keep getting certifications. Like, get a job.
Yep.
Like
Absolutely.
I'm not disqualifying that, you know, certifications or continuing education is bad, but at some point you have to pull the trigger and execute to get you where you want to go. And then if you want to continue to get certifications, great, but you at least have a job now.
Yes.
Right?
And it's easier to find a job when you have a job.
It is, because you don't have the fear.
Yeah.
Like, can you pay bills and that sort of thing, right? Yeah. Like, so think about, you're right, like each step or one step at a time, and how you're going to get there. Sean Sweden said, yes, but even Michael Jordan was, quote unquote, cut by his high school basketball coach. He was not very tall until after his senior year, but he stuck with it.
He did.
He did, and now he's Michael Jordan.
And luckily he grew.
Yeah, right. Thanks for the comment, Sean. I did not know that. So, final thoughts. Getting that dream job.
Getting that dream job, it's a process.
Yeah.
One step at a time, but really be intentional. Again, if you're the kind of person who needs to write it down, put it on your phone, create a spreadsheet, whatever works for you, there is no one way of doing it, but you have to be intentional.
Yeah. I think that it's coming up with that process on how to get you there. And that's something, by the way, guys, that is something that Jill and I do with clients every single day. So if you're trying to figure that out and want to get to your dream job, give us a call.
Yep.
972-437-9950, extension 379. Leave a message and somebody from the team will get back to you within 48 hours to start that process. Jill, thanks for being on the podcast today.
Always great, Jason.
We're about at time, so the last question is always the fun question of the day. what did you do this weekend? It was a long weekend.
Oh.
We were off from like Friday until yesterday, Monday.
Yep.
What did you guys do?
My husband loves to cook.
Oh,
That is
yes.
like his thing. So we had friends over on Friday night and Saturday night. He made amazing dinners and we watched the hockey games because it's Stanley Cup Finals. And he golfed yesterday. And we bought a new mattress.
Oh.
It was the perfect weekend.
That was hey, and I bet there was a Memorial Day sale on that mattress too, right?
There was.
Yeah.
There was.
You know what? That sounds like a good day to me.
It was. How about you?
I visited 2 different craft breweries this weekend with my buddy Ryan.
Yeah.
We had lunch at Armor Brewing Friday, and then Saturday there was a Pokemon Go event that Ryan and I did, and then we went to the new Odd Muse Brewing location in Plano and hung out got some food and a couple beers. So there was a lot of drinking this weekend, apparently. So, not apparently, there was. You go to 2 breweries in 2 days, it's a lot of drinking. There wasn't a lot of drinking after that, though. Okay, so, guys, tell me in the chat, what did you do this long weekend? Next week, we have Scott Butnick back.
Oh, nice.
Yes, Scott has not been on the podcast for like 6 months, believe it or not. Which is, I know, because Scott's usually he's here a lot. He hasn't been in though for six months, and we will be discussing overqualified, myth or a real barrier. So come back to see us then. In the meantime, guys, this has been Caffeinate, your career for this week. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.